I want to talk about something that might be kind of offensive to some, but it is not at all meant to be offensive. But, on social media and just in media in general, I see a lot of, and again, this is, I love the culture, I love the people, but it seems popular or at least ubiquitous that when black folks, like, especially when I see them writing things online, there is like this insistence on not using proper English. And I really wish that they would stop doing that, because I want to see all people succeed. I want to see all people, all cultures, all colors, whatever, everybody get as far as they can in life, because the more fully we become as people, the better society becomes as a whole, right? Like, it needs all hands on deck as much as possible, right? Just for us to survive and to thrive. But, like, I'll see someone write something like someone will be commenting on someone's kid doing something, and they'll say, he need to act right. No, it's he needs to act right. And I want people to understand to speak that way. And it is true for a lot of white people as well that come from super poor areas. Speaking that way is just a vestige of having a very poor education, background. Or in the case of a lot of black people, like, it's insane to think about, but until not that long ago, it was illegal for black people to be taught how to read. The 1860s sounds like a long way away, but you go back to like your great-grandmothers or your great-great-grandmothers, and they knew people that fought in that war. I knew my great-grandmother. She was born in 1912, and she absolutely knew Civil War veterans, so like, this is not that long ago. And speaking improper, like I said, it's a vestige of that era where black people were not allowed to go to school, where they were not allowed and literally by law forbade to be taught, proper English, And I just wish that instead of embracing that as some sort of cultural identity, that black people would stop doing that shit. I mean, it may sound unfair, but if you have a resume of two equally qualified people and one person knows how to correctly put a sentence together and how to speak correctly, how more likely are you to hire that person? And something else too, and it's stupid for, I think, anybody of any color, white or brown or whatever, when you're tattooed up your neck and all, that's just, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. I understand some tattoos hold a lot of significance. Like for folks in the military, a lot of Polynesian people, like, there's a deep cultural significance to that. And I'm not talking to that. I'm talking about like random tats that don't really mean anything, that you're just covered up with. It's just not a good look. It does not help you succeed. That's one of the things about Jordan that I love. No tats. The guy just went out there and dominated, but was a professional and looked like a professional. So anyway, for what it's worth, I just wish people of color, specifically black folks, because of the way they've been treated in this country, would realize that speaking and writing that way does not help you. It's not a part of like cultural, identity that you should hold on to. You should want to speak properly. And when someone gives you shit for it, it's because they're an idiot. And dumb people like to keep people dumb. Just like a lot of times single girls like to make sure their friends are single, So just food for thought. I know it's not going to change anybody's opinion probably, but again, I just want to see as many people succeed as possible, and part of that is knowing how to speak and write properly.